I'm Mr. B, your technician for today. Today we're going to talk about something that's very easy for you to change out, and it is a cabin air filter. So we are looking at this 2004 Volkswagen Passat. It's a B5.5 Passat wagon. It has the manual HVAC controls, and it's time for its HVAC filter change. So the HVAC filter, sometimes it's called a cabin air filter, a pollen filter, something like that. It can be referred by a couple of different names, but on this one, it's mounted underneath the hood, underneath a cowl, so it's very easy to get to. It's much easier than most other Volkswagens out there. The Mark IV Jetta Golf is going to be around the same procedure for doing this. So if you have a Golf or a Jetta, then this should be pretty familiar to you. If you own a new Beetle, then of course this is going to be way different. New Beetles are different because they have longer dashes, so you have to take the top part of the dash apart to get to. But for Passats, they are very easy. So the change time for these is about 20,000 miles. Every 2 years, 20,000 miles or so. I recommend if you live in a dustier or a pollen-filled climate like we do down here in Georgia, to change it more often. It's going to help out the airflow, especially in the summertime, and it's going to give you a cleaner smell on the inside of the vehicle. So I'm going to pop the hood and I'm going to show you where this thing's at and how easy it is to change. And again, anybody can do this, so do not pay anybody to do this for you. You can order the filter on Amazon for under $10, and you can do this yourself in about 10 minutes in your driveway. Okay, I have the hood popped and I am about to access the cabin air filter. So the first thing you're going to need to do is remove this plastic piece right here. So it's pretty easy. You don't have to remove it all the way. I'm going to, because it's going to give you a little bit better of a camera angle. But the first thing we have to do is pull back this weather strip, and it just pulls off. It just pinches on the end of this piece of metal, and it just keeps this down. And then we're going to pull this up, and it should just pop off. Okay, we're going to lay this to the side. You may want to go ahead and clean this off while you have this off. You know, you just use a garden hose and a sponge or something. Car wash stuff will normally get this off, but you don't want anything in here that can hold any odor, because this goes directly into the car. So we'll lay this over here to the side, and then this is your cabin air filter right here. This right here. And you notice this is all dirty, it's wrinkly. These do tend to get a little moisture in them as well. If you have a Jetta or a Golf, you may have a cover over here you have to take off first. So we're just going to pull this clip off right there. And we're just going to set this here, and then it just slides out. So you want to make sure that no leaves or anything fall into here, because your blower motor is right down there. So you want to make sure that anything like that gets taken out. And so here's our pollen filter, or our cabin air filter, and you can look in between here. This is of course physically dirty, but you look in between here, and this is where you're going to see all the stuff that gets caught in this filter. So if we didn't have this filter, I mean, I've seen acorns, all kind of bugs, all kinds of stuff, hair, pollen, dust. On the other side, it's going to be clean, but this is going to be your dirty side here. So this just shows you how much this actually catches and how much this is keeping from getting inside your car. Let me go get the filter. Be right back. Okay, so here's a new filter right here. You can see there's an airflow arrow right here, and that is going to tell you which way to put it in. So this arrow is going to point down, so we will put it in that way. Now these are a little bit aggravating to get in. The reason why is they're so floppy. Okay, there's nothing to these at all. So what you're going to have to do is you have to stick your hand in there and straighten all this out after you get it in, because it's going to, when you get it in, it's going to look like it's all crinkled up, and you're going to have to basically, it's like, you know, putting a fitted sheet on kind of sometimes. So put this in here, and if you just shove it down, a lot of times, okay, that one actually popped in fairly easy. A lot of times these will like wrinkle up because they're hung up in the back, okay, in the back of here. So you'll have to put your hands in there, and you'll have to pull it kind of further towards the back to get it to straighten out. But this one actually went right in. So, let's see. After that, it's just pretty much putting the shield back on, and this piece right here. I couldn't find this piece, so here we go. This piece right here, this piece will just fit, and it'll click right back in there, and that just keeps the filter held down. And we're gonna put the shield back on. Make sure that lines up. The bottom half will follow this curve on this plastic to metal contact here, and then you're just going to put this hood seal, just click it back in. You have to push a little hard sometimes. Sometimes it's not going to go in just right, so, and it'll bite into the plastic and it'll keep it there. Okay, and we are done. That is all. Okay, everybody, that's it for today. So if you got anything from this, please like and subscribe. It really does help me show up in the listings for the search engine for YouTube. So I'm hoping to help out more and more people with every video I make. So if you could please just do me that favor. And again, I recommend, you know, every year or two, every 20,000 miles or so, just checking this filter and making sure if it looks dirty, if you have stuff all hung in it, you know, it's less than $10 to fix, less than 5 minutes to do it. So, and again, I want to restate that anybody can do this, okay? Novice, you know, if you can pump gas, you can do this job. So that does it for